Jack Harlow, Gen Z not drinking, and the Oscars. We gonna get into it. Let's get it. Welcome. First of all, welcome. This is Unsolicited Perspectives. I am your host, Bruce Anthony, here to lead the conversation in important events and topics that are shaping today's society. Join the conversation and follow us wherever you get your audio podcasts. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for our video podcast, YouTube exclusive content, and our YouTube membership. Rate, review, like, comment, share. Share with your friends, share with your family. Hell, even share with your enemies. On today's episode, it's the Sibling Happy Hour. I'm here with my sis, Jay Aundrea. Like I said, we're going to be talking about Jack Harlow, the Oscars and sinners, and Gen Z not drinking. But that's enough of the intro. Let's get to the show. What up, sis?
What up, brother?
I can't call it. Look, this Jack Harlow situation is absolutely hilarious to me.
Yeah, tell me what's going on. I keep seeing things on my timeline, but I don't know what's going on.
All right, so Jack Harlow just released his fourth album, Monica, on his 28th birthday, which was March 13th,
Okay.
marking a significant pivot from pop rap to neo-soul R&B. He described his new sound as blacker and more intimate, a comment that has sparked online debate while also pursuing acting roles in the films like Investigators. So, people, when he said blacker,
yeah, that's the annoying part.
Yeah, people, first of all, they compared him to Remick, which we'll be getting into sinners in the second segment. So,
Clan, sir. Yeah.
And they were coming up with nicknames for him. So I'm just going to read a few of them. All right.
Okay.
Lent Condition.
Boy. Okay.
Neo-colonial soul. Music stole child.
Oh, damn. That's good.
Ninth Wonder Bread.
Ninth Wonder Bread. I don't know the reference for that.
It's Ninth Wonder is a rapper.
Oh, okay.
Charlie Kirk Franklin.
That's my favorite so far.
Most definitely not. Luca Vandross.
Luca Vandross.
Uncommon. White Thought.
Y'all not gonna do Black Thought like that.
LL Cool Whip.
No, that's my favorite right now.
Ghostface Vanilla.
Wait, nope, that's my favorite. They keep getting better.
My personal favorite.
Okay.
IRS 1.
Oh my God.
So
I feel like low-hanging fruit is Craig Whack.
I don't think I saw that one. That's actually, you might have came up with it. You might have came up with a new one, Craig Whack.
Man. That might be low-hanging fruit.
I don't know that I've listened to a whole bunch of Jack Harlow songs. I've heard some of them are catchy. I know he did one with.
I like the one with Doja Cat.
Which one is that?
He did a song with Doja Cat. I can't remember the name of it, but I was listening to it for a while. But that's the one song I know.
Well, but they're killing him. I think he would have been okay.
It was called Just Us. Yeah.
Oh, Just Us. Is that the one? It's a little bit about dun.
No, this one is like, how the hell this song go? It's like it's just us and it's okay.
I don't think I heard
it's
that.
something like that. Wow.
I think he would have been okay going from pop rap to neo soul if he had done a couple things.
That's fine. Yeah.
One, I don't know about the title Monica. Okay. Two, he was on a podcast with two other white guys, right? Two hosts from a podcast. And they asked him, they said, normally white rappers, aside from Eminem, right, who has always stayed a part of hip hop, typically white rappers gain a little bit of traction, kind of like how they do television networks. They gain a little bit of traction in the rap, and then they transition out to other genre of music. Kid Rock is a prime example. Oh, Post Malone. Yep. That's another
Justin
one, right?
Timberlake. Yeah.
Justin Timberlake, Justin Timberlake can't be put in that category.
Yes, because he started with, when he went solo, his albums were R&B, and now he's doing country.
But I mean, he's from Tennessee, but I think he's coming back with another R&B album.
Yeah, he better.
Yeah, I don't think he's switched completely to country. I don't think that's because he's getting back with Pharrell and Timberland to do his next album, last I heard.
Okay. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's okay if you do like a blip. I mean,
that's
Beyonce
fine.
did that.
Beyonce did Cowboy Carter. Yeah, for sure. For sure. No problem with that. My problem is when they use our culture to give themselves status, because the thing is, and this is how the world operates, honestly, but definitely the United States of America, what Black folks think is cool is cool. Okay, so if you are able to start your career out, Pink, by directing your music toward Black people, and you get our fandom, then they feel like Christina Aguilera, that they can now pivot back to Miley Cyrus, their original music. And the one that really pissed me off is Miley Cyrus, because then she completely shit on like twerking culture, all the stuff, after she commodified it. And you so you can just get out my whole face. But
what did Christina Aguilera do?
Her and Britney Spears, honestly, well,
Britney was pop. Britney never treaded on Black culture.
True.
Yeah, and I don't think Christina
did. She was wearing the cornrows and all the things for a little while. But I don't think
there. One, I haven't heard anything that she's done recently. So
I think she's like a mom and
so she retired.
The Voice, or she's on something.
Okay, so I mean, I don't think it's not like she went to country. It's not like she started appealing to white audiences afterwards. I mean, she just stopped. I mean, we don't do that to Eve. Eve don't make no music no more.
Oh no, Eve is too busy being rich.
Yeah, is she rich? Because she married.
Yeah. She's too busy being just rich and living her life the way she wants. But there are a lot of people who gained success appropriating culture.
Michael Rappaport.
That part.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I absolutely get it.
And not just Black culture, because Gwen Stefani did it with Japanese culture. Like, people do it. People, they're gonna appropriate. I'm like, listen, just lean in, honestly, to your whiteness, because Remick singing them old Irish ditties, everybody was jamming.
Everybody was jamming.
Yes.
We was jamming.
Y'all lean into y'all stuff.
Well, hold on. I'm going to do a little pushback, because every now and then we lean into other cultures. I mean, Wu-Tang's entire, their first album, and then everybody else that came out with a single album was stealing from Kung Fu flicks. Right.
So their aesthetic, yes, but their music had nothing to do with Asian culture.
They would have little drops of it, but that's just because RZA is a producing genius. But you're right. It wasn't like, I don't know what would be still in Kung Fu culture besides. It wasn't like they was out there wearing gis.
Right.
Yeah. Look, my problem with it is not him wanting to do a neo soul album.
No, I don't have
the fact that he was like, they asked him, typically white rappers gravitate towards what they call more mainstream
Mm-hmm.
genres of music. And he was like, they were like, you went the opposite. He was like, yeah, I went blacker. And I didn't like that comment.
You
That
could
comment.
just say soul. Like,
Yeah.
you could just say this album has more soul. You could just say that. Like, you
But doesn't
don't
that also
have
imply blacker?
Yes, but you don't say blacker. I'm sorry, you just don't. We all understand that you're doing a neo soul album. Okay, you dipping into getting a little blacker. That's like a tongue in cheek. Like, we know it.
Mm-hmm.
Asterisk. Like, it's understood.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to say it. When you say soul, we also understand that, and we would be clowning you on the internet.
I mean, he was gonna get clowned regardless. They had all type. Look, the album, the
Well,
generated
yeah,
album covers.
Yeah.
Woo, they are killing them. But these nicknames, IRS 1 is it.
Yeah.
IRS 1 is it.
That is pretty funny.
Reading about this, I was sitting back drinking, just laying in bed before I went to bed, just chuckling my ass to sleep.
Okay.
And in the process, I came across a story. Now, I knew that there had been studies about this, and it had come out as fact, and I always equated it to marijuana is now decriminalized. So if people had their choice, most people are going to smoke as opposed to drink, and that would lead to Gen Z not drinking so much. I'm reading this information as I'm laying in bed before I go to bed, having a drink, because I'm a zillennial.
Yeah.
But no, there are other factors that are the reasons why Gen Z is not drinking alcohol nearly at the rate as millennials, Gen Xers, and boomers.
Certainly millennials.
Look, I don't know if Gen X or I don't know who got it.
Gen X, they were on cocaine. Like, they're not included.
They weren't all on cocaine.
No, some of them were on heroin and some were on crack. But like, they were Gen X, that's a whole different beast right there. Boomers, the men for sure. Like, it makes me think of like Mad Men, or like, you know, they used to drink at the office and stuff like that. The men for sure. Maybe the bored housewives drinking wine and stuff for sure. But I think they also were more into like prescription pills.
Yeah, you might be right on that one.
Millennials, though, we got our drink on. Like the 90s and early 2000s, we was getting our drink on.
You saw, I sent you a video, a DM about a dude that said, I used to drink these all the time. I'm going to try an Incredible Hulk 20 years later. The Incredible Hulk. That video was so, I don't know, it was so funny. But
it was hilarious.
It was. But Gen Z isn't rejecting alcohol because they're boring. They're responding to a hyper-visible, high-pressure, economical, uncertain world where every mistake can be recorded, shared, and judged forever.
Yep.
Drinking is no longer just a social activity, it's a risk calculation.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
That's
See,
facts.
We growing millennials, let's just go with the previous generation.
Yeah.
We didn't have to worry about that. Like,
no.
Cell phone cameras. I don't remember getting my first cell phone that had a camera on it until 2006.
Oh, when did I have a cell phone with a camera? Not in high school. Yeah, it was college. So yeah, mid 2000s.
Because I think, I want to say, I know for sure I got this Microsoft phone, which was the first smartphone that I got. But maybe remember Verizon had a universal cell phone. It was a flip, and it was the first color cell phone. I think there was a camera on that.
My first camera phone, it was a Palm Pre.
I don't even remember that.
It was a Palm Pre, and boy, you couldn't tell me nothing. The screen was in color. I was taking pictures. I was like, y'all don't even know what I can do with this.
But basically, like, we didn't have to worry about what is the digitally surveillance change for Gen Z,
Yeah,
right?
no, all of our shenanigans are just in our memories.
Unless somebody got pictures, but in the pictures don't tell the whole story. It's not like video.
And what you got to understand is so we were still using digital cameras because, again, most people didn't have cameras on their phones. So we were still using digital cameras. So yes, there are pictures, but they're literally developed photos. And it's like, you got to find them. Maybe they got lost through moves. Like maybe somebody's got some stuff on their computer, an old laptop that they haven't thrown out. But honestly, there's no digital record of our shenanigans. Thank goodness.
Yeah, because Gen Z has grown up assuming that they are always being recorded.
And
One bad night can become viral content, a career liability, permanent reputation damage. Alcohol now carries a long-term consequence, not just short-term embarrassment. And that's real. Like, I am older. And when you get older, most of the time you can control your consumption of alcohol and not wild out.
Right.
As you get older, you start drinking better stuff. You know, you're not doing these crazy mixes with sugar and all these things. Most of us, some of us still do slushy.
Night.
So we very rarely get like shit-faced drunk. But when I was younger, yeah, there's a lot of things. And this was way above my head. This was something that I never even really thought about because it was not something that we had to worry about.
No. Honestly, the only thing you had to worry about was somebody like running their mouth in your social circles later. But then you could always be like, no, I didn't. I didn't do that. I heard you fell in the bushes the other day. No.
I know some people that actually fell in the bushes.
I mean, so have I. Like, I mean,
yeah,
so have I.
You fell down some stairs.
I fell down some stairs.
You fell down those stairs.
You know, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of shenanigans that I'm glad nobody had a phone in my face recording it in 4K.
Yeah. There's another thing that everybody that compares Gen Z to the previous generations all have noticed, and that the social life is more isolated. Phones and the pandemic habits reshaped how young people connect. They're less spontaneous in their interaction, fewer parties and group hangouts. Digital entertainment replaced nightlife, except for when they post something on social media and they do these meetups. Now, these meetups where they doing in public places, they doing a little too much, but actually that might be Gen Alpha. I think that might be Gen Alpha that's doing that, but maybe Gen Z. What do you mean meetups? So I know here in DC, those have to be Gen Alpha because these are high school kids, and I think Gen Z is no longer in high school.
No.
Gen Alpha does these meetups where they'll post something on Instagram, like everybody pull up at Navy Yard, and there'll be like 200-300 kids out there, which for anybody, 200 to 300 kids gonna scare me. What they are also doing it's spring break for colleges right now, or colleges or high schools. High schools, because colleges
might be Gen Z. So what this is saying, Gen Z is 1997 to 2012, so they're 14 to 29.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I thought Gen Alpha was already in high school, so I guess they're not.
Nah.
But yeah, Gen Z, they do these meetups. But other than that, their whole social life is pretty much online. They don't there's no big box clubs really like that anymore in the DC area. And that was a staple when I was coming out. That's where everybody went, was the big box clubs.
Yeah, that's what you did. Yes.
Nah, you don't do nothing. These kids
now they don't have it. Yeah. Like I was I had a nephew who just turned 21, and I was like, what you want to do? Man, I don't really want to do nothing for real. And I was like thinking about what my 21st birthday was like. I ended it in the middle of the street outside of oh god, what was that place? 1223? Doing the bunny hop by myself in the middle of the street to no music. It was a great night.
Let me take it. You went to 1223?
Yes.
Shout out to our uncle.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to our
Yes,
uncle who always
because
gave us the hookup.
let me tell you, hooked me
Mhm.
up
Yeah.
all the way in the VIP, table
Mhm.
service the entire night, even when they stopped. Like, it was awesome. It was fantastic.
People
Yeah.
always thought I was somebody because he always set me up in the VIP and like, who are you? I'm just me, baby.
Just me. Just me.
Another thing that is affecting Gen Z and drinking is the alcohol, is the economic reality.
Mhm.
Alcohol is expensive.
It ain't cheap.
It ain't cheap. And this generation is facing high rent, student debt, uncertain job prospects, inflation. Driving to save money also reduces drinking opportunities. So this is
Yeah.
like, look, it's either I could pay my rent or go drink. Now, I've
Yeah.
always found a way to do both. Hey,
Yeah.
if I can't get Casamigos, damn it, Costco sell a tequila brand that'll do me just fine. Okay.
You know, you gotta make them choices. I mean, listen, especially when we were young, I mean, 20s, we was buying anything and mixing it with anything. Like, it was that we couldn't afford top shelf stuff, but like, I also think a little bit too is because there is cheap alcohol out there.
Mhm.
It might be a little bit of one, it's expensive to go out to do it, but that's what pre-gaming is for. But also, you don't have to drink top shelf at home. Like, you don't have to. You don't have to drink top shelf going out.
You don't, especially if you are mixing it. There's no reason to drink top shelf and mix it.
Yeah.
You mix mid to bottom shelf.
Yeah.
But I know I went out, a friend of mine came in town and they weren't drinking. I was drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And all they got was a little appetizer and a ginger ale. And I got 2 drinks. And somehow that bill was $50.
Yeah.
And I don't.
Somehow you had 2 drinks.
I had 2 drinks and an appetizer.
Yeah, that's $50.
And that's ridiculous. That should not be $50.
Oh, man. You can't live in Atlanta then.
I know, because I've been in Atlanta and been like, damn, you know where I do always enjoy myself?
Where?
And this is going to be a plug if it's still open. Joystick down in Atlanta. Is it in Midtown?
It's in Midtown, yes.
Yeah. Now you can go there, play old school video games, have yourself a grand old time, and get good quality drinks for real cheap prices. I don't know how they make no money, but thank you to Joystick.
Joystick Game Bar is still open.
That's my spot. Matter of fact, I'm surprised last time I was down there, I didn't want to go. I guess I just didn't want to leave the house. Another reason, before we wrap this up, that Gen Z isn't drinking, or 2 more reasons. Health and wellness is way stronger. That generation, Gen Z, they are being influenced by fitness influencers. They're in the gym. Not to say that we weren't nowhere near to the point that they are. They are eating well. They getting their rest.
We're the fast food generation for sure. Like, I feel fast food. McDonald's hit that 1 billion sold in our generation. That's how I feel. Yeah.
And processed foods.
Mm-hmm.
When Lunchables came out, let me tell you something. Had the generation in the chokehold.
Hot Pockets.
Chokehold. What was the little pizza? What was the little pizza rolls?
Totino's pizza rolls.
Chokehold. These kids ain't eating that stuff.
No.
And then there's just anxiety, right? They've grown up in an era of school shooting drills, climate crisis, political instability, pandemic lockdowns. It's just been nonstop negative online content. So this creates a worldview where experimentation feels dangerous. And I get that. Like, you just be like, hey, man, I don't want to take a chance, because are we going to have a world tomorrow? And you don't know.
You don't. Yeah. And a lot of, I think, younger folks are suffering from social anxiety because they grew up in the pandemic and everything is so online. So you don't develop those. I mean, there was that, I think it was a comedian, or I don't know. I saw a video of it somewhere, but he was talking about, like, you used to have game. Like, you had to call somebody's house phone to kick it with somebody you like, and you had to be able to talk. You had to be able to talk to their parents. to ask if they were like you had to interact IRL, and that's
Mhm.
really not a thing now. Now you can use your phone and swipe through potential mates, like, right?
Yeah.
So it creates a lot of social anxiety because you didn't develop those social interaction skills.
And which is crazy because I have severe social anxiety, even though I am very personable and I get along with everybody in social situations. People be like, Bruce, you have social anxiety? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yes.
is almost crippling.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
really, really bad. I'm
Yeah.
just good with people and it just comes off as people don't realize it. But
Mhm.
I grew up in that era where I had to, hey, how you doing, Miss Johnson? How's your day going in? Is Melissa there? Can I talk to her?
Mhm.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good evening. Like you had,
Yeah.
what up, girl? How you doing? Yeah, I just wanted to rap to you a
Whole
little
voice
bit.
change.
Whole voice change. You gotta, how you doing, Miss Johnson? I hope you doing. What up, girl? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? I've been thinking
Shout
about
out
you
to
all day.
Melissa Johnson.
Made up name.
Made up person. Yes, I
Made
know.
up person.
Yes, never heard of her
But
before. Yep.
I want to just leave everybody with something that you should think about because millennials are going to be like, man, y'all are bored and weird. And they're not.
No.
What they're doing is they're redefining what freedom looks like.
Yeah.
It's not reckless experimentation that millennials, zillennials, and Gen X did.
Mm-hmm.
It's about calculated self-preservation.
Yeah, because they're in a world that's burning.
Right, but also they're probably going to live longer.
Yeah.
They're probably going to live longer because they're taking care of themselves at a young age, where millennials are the last generation really truly to try to start smoking in high school. And some of them are still doing it.
Yeah.
Some of us grew out of it because we didn't really know why we was doing it in the first place. But drinking, I'm never going to give
I
up
was
on drinking.
addicted to cigarettes because we had chain smokers on both sides of the family. So I
wouldn't
started
do-
smoking at 12.
Yeah. But stop judging these Gen Z kids because they don't want to drink. You should praise them because
No.
they are a little bit more mature than what we were, although a little lame.
No. Let each generation find their own fun, their own version of fun, their own version of pleasure and of joy. Let them do what we had our time to be young. Now let them have their time and do what they want to do. We're just going to be there for them if they need anything, if they need advice or whatever, we can be there. But let these kids just have fun the way they want to have fun.
Jay, we did a pre-show talking about sinners and the Oscars on last Sibling Happy Hour.
Yes.
Well, now we've seen the Oscars. We've seen the winners and the people who did not win. I don't call them losers. I say people who did not win, because to be nominated is a victory in and of itself, right?
And literally, because your title changes once you become nominated. You're no longer Delroy Lindo. You're Academy Award nominee Delroy Lindo. Like that's that it does change. So the nomination is a thing. Yes.
So the last Oscar of the show, I believe, that's when I stopped watching, was Best Actor.
Nope, it's Best Picture, but that's okay.
Oh, that was Best Picture?
Best Picture is always the last award.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't watch past that. I actually didn't watch the Oscars.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched my timeline because I knew it would be just fine. Like I would get the updates in real time.
Yeah.
So I didn't actually sit and watch it. No.
Well, Michael B. Jordan won Best Actor, and I saw the clip. I watched the clip the whole way through going into his speech. Tears started rolling down my eyes involuntarily.
Yeah.
Tears started rolling down my eyes, and I was like, his speech that he gave, the humility, but also the confidence and the grace and such a deserving prize for his performance. Now, I will be honest. I ain't seen the other movies. I ain't seen them.
Neither have
So,
I.
and
But
what I do know,
other actors' reaction to him winning lets me know that he was the right person to win, because they got on Leo got on his feet, and then there's this very nice like video out there of like after they've gone to commercial break after he got the award, they're just in an embrace, and Leo is just like, you hyping him up, and Michael's all emotional, like just the reaction from his peers and how happy they were for him. I feel like he got he deserved it. Yeah.
yeah, no,
Sure.
I mean, well, yeah, he absolutely deserved it. And no, when I say I haven't seen those other movies, look, I know for a fact Leonardo DiCaprio, whatever movie that he does, he always needs to be the nominee because he is brilliant. I didn't see the Timothy Chalamet, the guy,
Timothy Champagne.
Yeah,
I don't know what the child's name is. I'm gonna be honest.
It was ping pong. It was about ping pong, right?
I don't know nothing
table
about
tennis. What they call it? They call it table tennis, ping pong. I know it is ping pong.
I only saw one Timothy Chalamet film, and that was Dune. And I never even saw the sequel because I didn't understand the first one. So,
and they got a third one coming out. They just dropped a teaser trailer for that. I didn't even
really understand what was going on in the first one, so I don't have any interest in seeing it anymore. I don't know nothing about that young man, so.
Okay. Well, I mean, he was nominated, so I'm sure it was a good performance. But Michael B. Jordan, going back to Michael B. Jordan, yes, I saw that too. I saw everybody embrace him. Yeah. And I think the reason why he gets genuine love from everybody, I had forgotten about this, but Tom Cruise had come out to support Sinners. Huge supporter. Michael B. Jordan returned the favor. So when that Super Mission Impossible movie came out, Michael B. Jordan was there. And Tom Cruise saw him on the red carpet, ran up and gave him a big hug. Denzel talks about Michael B. Jordan with just such love. Yeah. There's nobody that talks bad about Michael B. Jordan.
No, I think that he's like genuinely a good person, like in terms of how he's received by his peers and the things that they say about him. I think that he's probably just genuinely a good person. I don't know that man from a can of paint, but I think it's been great watching his evolution from being a child actor to now. Boy, what a wonderful rise, and sky's the limit.
Yeah, and there's no comparison from an acting career that's like this. Like, he started out, I think it was the baseball movie with Keanu Reeves, may have been his first movie, but he was doing like commercials. Everybody kind of starts doing commercials. Then he went from the movies to television. He started doing The Wire. He did soap operas. Then he got back into the movies. Then he started directing, because he's directed films as well. Yeah. He's a talent, and I was happy to see him win. I was happy to see that he was received really well. I didn't even see any backlash on the internet talking bad about him like he shouldn't have won. And we already knew the actors loved him because the Actors Award, which is the ones that the actors vote on, was the first one that he won. And he was kind of shocked. And he was like, nah, bro, your peers dig you. You know who else they dig?
Who?
Ryan Coogler, who won Best Original Screenplay. Now, should he have won Best Original Screenplay? Yes. Yes. Because it was an original screenplay.
And it was the best.
Now, I've seen some publications phrase this as Sinners went 4 of 16 at the Oscars, saying that they had the most losses than any movie.
They have been framing Sinners negatively. Started with Variety. They've been framing Sinners negatively from the start. Doesn't doesn't stop the fact that they're Oscar winners, doesn't stop the fact that they made money on this film, doesn't stop the fact that this film has been #1 in people's hearts since it came out. So y'all in Hollywood media and fake ass journalism that want to keep framing this film in a negative way, please go kick rocks. Like, y'all, we're tired. We're tired.
Especially Variety and Slate.
Yes.
Y'all can go straight to hell. Your
Variety
racism
and Slate can go to double
permeates off of the pages that you guys wrote on. But one battle after another, one Best Picture. Somebody I was talking to, and even Spike Lee alluded to the fact that Delroy Lindo walked away with no Oscars.
Yeah.
And that if they had lost the original screenplay, but still won Best Picture, everybody would have got an Oscar because everybody actually deserved the Oscar. And I've seen talk and think pieces that come out comparing Sinners to One Battle After Another, and the aspect of Sinners gives a portrayal of Black culture which is really promising and beautiful, whereas
and diverse.
And diverse, yes. Whereas One Battle After Another, Tiana Taylor, I love you. Literally.
Adore.
I love you. But that her character, well, no, I do. I love her. She looked like a cat. But that her character and some of the Black characters in that movie were highly sexualized and weren't like this.
One of them is literally called Jungle Pea.
So there's that. But you know what? Best original screenplay.
Yeah.
Best actor. Best cinematography.
Yeah, shout out to Autumn Durald Arkapaw, I think. First woman of color to win for best cinematography. And a lot of what you love about Sinners is, yes, the screenplay, yes, the acting, yes, the direction, but also it's visually stunning. Stunning.
It is.
Yeah.
And then best score.
Yes, best original score, Ludwig Göransson.
Look,
yes.
Ludwig, let me tell you something. Now, if he
Ryan
wanted
Coogler's
to make
former roommate. And
was it his former roommate? He tells a story that they were at USC and that they fell in love. They were in the pool hall, they were shooting pool, and they fell in love just with music.
Yeah.
And that's how they became friends. But now, if Ludwig want to come out with a neo soul album, I'm all for it.
We'd all be into it because his score was absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
So, like, how do you feel? Were you happy? Were you content with how Sinners performed at the Oscars?
No, Ryan should have got Best Director.
But he did get Best Original Screenplay, so he walked out with an award.
But to my knowledge, no one Black has ever won Best Director.
He's going to win it eventually.
We hope. And it's only him and Jordan Peele who are the only two Black people who've ever won Best Original Screenplay. He should have won Best Director. He should have won Best Director a long time ago, to be honest with you.
I don't know what movies where he was competing. I think he was nominated for Black Panther. I think he was. I don't remember what movies were they competing against that year. But outside of Black Panther, like Oscar worthy, like Best Picture, it would only be this movie and Black Panther. I mean, Creed was fantastic, but I don't think Creed is Best Directed, Oscar worthy. Neither was Fruitvale Station. I was watching an interview with him on Carmelo Anthony's Brooklyn in the Carmelo Anthony's podcast, Brooklyn. It's slipping me right now. But they were like, they asked him, like, which one do you think is your best movie? And he gave a beautiful answer. He was like, oh, that's not really for me. That's for you guys to decide. Because once I do 1 or 2 years of working with it and everything, it's done. And then it's on to you guys because I'm on to the next one. He said, when I made Fruitville Station, that was the best movie that I could make at 28.
Yeah.
When I made Creed, that was the best movie that I could make at that time when I was 30. And then so on and so on. And I was like, yeah, bro, this is actually brilliant because each movie each time he comes out, it's getting better and better and better.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I think he will get an opportunity again to win Best Director. But the fact that he wrote and directed this movie and got Best Original and produced and got Best Original Screenplay, and the actor that he's been tied to won Best Actor. His music guy that he's done music on every movie won. Like, his team that's been with him all came out victorious this night. And that's the reason why I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
The entire cast of Sinners all deserves Oscars. They do. But they were nominated.
They were nominated. So and honestly, beyond that, the deal that Ryan Coogler has with Warner Brothers for Sinners, top tier. It's groundbreaking. It's not groundbreaking. It's surprising nowadays, but that's how deals used to be done. People aren't getting those type of deals now. Now that, yes, in our current climate, it's groundbreaking.
True.
He has full rights to the IP after 25 years. He's got first dollar gross clause, giving him a share of the box office revenue immediately, along with final cut authority. It's been described as rare and exceptional. So yes.
Ben Affleck. I saw an interview with Ben Affleck talking about that, and he was like, everybody made a big deal about it. Like, it's been like, why did they give it to him? And it was like, you give it to him because he's great. There hasn't been anything that he's done that hasn't been great. Like, he has not missed yet. So yes, you give him the world.
Box office gross, I think, like, overall 1.5 billion.
It has to be more than that because Black Panther did $1 billion.
Hold on.
Has to be more than that. Black Panther did $1 billion. And I think Black Panther 2 did close to $1 billion.
Okay. Established himself. His films grossing over, 2 billion worldwide. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Man, he's killing it.
It was 1.5, but it's 2 billion now.
It's 2 billion. Because I think Sinners made like 500 million or something like that, or 300 million. I might be getting confused with
1.5 is the domestic box office. Internationally, 2 billion. Yeah.
Look, matter of fact, internationally, y'all need to get y'all chips up because, look, let me tell you something. Y'all be represented in his movies. He loves representation in his movies. Look,
and they're coming out, but you got to understand, the entertainment culture in America is very different than it is worldwide. Here, it is big, big, big business, and it's not the same worldwide. Like,
it's because we're trying to escape.
Yeah, here in your town, you'll have 5 movie theaters. You know, like, it's not that way everywhere.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it touched me. It was an emotional moment.
Yeah,
that's the reason why Black History Month has been extended. And now we got this Jack Harlow situation that we can even joke on even more. Like, we almost winning a little bit. Almost.
A little bit. Melanated March.
All right. Next up, I read this story, and I got a conspiracy theory about it. And we're going to get into that next. Jay, something's been happening in Ohio.
Okay.
I just read this article about people hearing this loud boom a couple of days ago in Northeast Ohio. And it was a meteorite. A But it wasn't just one isolated. It's been a bunch of them. Multiple fireball sightings, loud unexpected booms, bright sky flashes, and our doorbell. Because everything is recorded everywhere now.
Yes.
We're starting to catch them. Places like Pickerington and Cleveland area have seen similar events reported and recorded over the past several months. So there are a bunch of meteors crashing down in that area, in that Northeast Ohio area. Now, I said in the last segment that I got a conspiracy theory.
Mm-hmm.
And that conspiracy theory is because this last meteor that crashed was like 6 feet long, right?
Okay.
Which has got to be crazy. There's got to be a huge crater somewhere if it's 6
For
feet
sure.
long. I believe this is the start of the aliens coming here. Now, it's a whole bunch of meteors hitting. Who's to say that their spacecraft doesn't look like a meteor? And if you wanted to sneak onto the planet, what's an easy way to sneak onto a planet? We see meteor showers all the time. Some people get, people say the Grand Canyon was nothing more than a large meteor that hit that area. And that probably started the dinosaurs becoming extinct, right?
Yeah.
That's what they say. I don't know.
I don't know nothing about it. I wasn't there.
I wasn't there neither.
Mm-hmm.
But like this would be an easy way for aliens to sneak in and just because we don't know what aliens would look like. We've created this little green man, but they ain't got to be a little green. They don't even have to be visible to the eye.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't even have to be like a physical form. They could just be wind, or water, or something liquid.
Yeah, here's my response always to that is why would they come to this ghetto ass planet? What could we possibly have to offer? We've mined damn near all the resources.
Resources to us.
We ain't got what else is there?
Well, I don't know because we don't if they were aliens, if these meteorites were just ships that were
It was one asteroid.
No, there's been a bunch of meteors over the last...
A roughly 7-ton, 6-foot diameter asteroid exploded over Northeast Ohio on March 17th. It fragmented.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
30 miles above Valley City.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was the debris.
No, there's been a bunch of meteors hitting that area over the last, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. They've been seeing a lot of it in that area, which one, by the way, you're right. Why would they come to this trash planet? And two, why would they choose to crash down in Cleveland?
Right.
LeBron James didn't even want to stay there.
Right. It don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense to us, but this is an advanced form of intelligence to even get here.
Maybe.
Right? And we don't know what resources they may need that we might have. We might have plentiful. Maybe they want sand or dirt. We got plenty of sand and dirt.
It's got crack vials and hypodermic needles in it.
Maybe that's a new thing. There's like this dirt. This tastes pretty good compared to that Mars dirt. What's in it? Crack rock.
Yeah.
Black tar heroin.
we just got a bunch of strung out aliens begging for change.
To say that there isn't life on other planets. I've always said that'd be a huge waste of space because this space is constantly expanding. It's constantly getting larger and larger and larger and larger.
Yeah.
We are just a little speck.
Not even a speck.
I'm talking about our solar system. I'm not talking about our planet. Well, I don't. They say it's a lot of.
It's not even a speck.
So I'm saying, why is it so hard to believe that these meteors could be carrying some type of advanced terrestrial organisms?
I think you want Superman to land, but that's beside the point. I think
we don't know if it wasn't a small child that look. The story always is he lands in Kansas. They fell a little short and they landed in Ohio, but it's still possible.
Sure, I guess. My thing is, I think any advanced society would look at this planet and be like, "No, babe, let's keep going." Like, damn.
Or look at this planet and be like, we could easily take this over. Who knows?
Or look at this planet and be like, they look like a hassle. Like
Hey.
the amount of energy it would take us to take over, it seems like a hassle.
Maybe. Hey, dig this here.
Mhm.
Guess what?
What?
Guess where the creator of Superman's house, childhood home was?
Oh boy. Ohio?
Cleveland, to be exact.
Mhm.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it could be James Gunn. James Gunn has done Superman, but before he did Superman, he did this horror movie called Brightburn or something like that. Where it's this child that comes from another planet that's got all of Superman's powers, but is evil. Now, I don't want that. Don't let that be the case.
Yeah.
But if they want to be Superman, yeah, let's bring it. And look, I'm just saying, it's a lot of coincidences. The meteor, a 6-foot meteor, gonna crash down in Cleveland.
It happens.
Yeah, well,
It
also
happens.
aliens happen, and that's all I'm saying.
I don't think
I
they
believe
do.
they're here. I think they actually have already infiltrated, and they're really just our leaders. That's the reason why they act so different. Who else humps couches? Aliens.
That's true. You're right. Yeah, you're right. It also explains why they don't care about humanity.
Right? Don't care about feeding nobody. Don't care about keeping a roof over nobody's head. They don't care.
No. They only care about you having more babies.
And why? Why do they want us to have more babies?
Because we're a food source or something.
That's what I'm believing. See, ladies and gentlemen, y'all laughing at first, but now as we break it down even more, now you understand, is it his story or conspiracy?
Explain. Make it make sense.
I don't know what that thing that I just said. I don't think it's history and conspiracy. What did they used to say?
It said, is it me or is it a conspiracy?
That's it.
Brother.
Well, history or conspiracy could still work too.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying? Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting it out there so y'all know who was the first one to say it. These meteors that's landing in the Ohio area, close to the home of the creator of Superman and also a Superman museum. Well, the Superman museum is actually in Metropolis, Illinois. But maybe they just got redirected, lost train of thought.
Maybe I don't know.
And some of the Superman.
I just think it was just a rock. Just a rock. Yeah.
I mean, it could have been just a rock, but it also could have been carrying something. That's all I'm saying. And what they're gonna find out is that Jack Harlow has made his music blacker. Gen Z don't be drinking.
Nope.
And Sinners is a great movie. That's all they're gonna find out.
That's
and this podcast is talking about absolutely nothing. Jay, on that note, what do you want to tell these people out here?
Man, congratulations to the cast and crew of Sinners. You should be very, very proud, not just of the awards, but just for how the audience, the people have received this film. They've received it in the way you intended it, and it was absolutely beautiful. What an achievement.
Yeah. I keep saying I'm going to watch it again. I have not, but that's just because I'm tired and busy most of the time. But I am going to watch it again. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for listening. I want to thank you for watching. And until next time, as always, I'll holla. Woo! That was a hell of a show. Thank you for rocking with us here on Unsolicited Perspectives with Bruce Anthony. Now, before you go, don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, comment, and share our podcast wherever you're listening or watching it to it. Pass it along to your friends. If you enjoy it, that means the people that you rock with will enjoy it also. So share the wealth, share the knowledge, share the noise. And for all those people that say, well, I don't have a YouTube. If you have a Gmail account, you have a YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can actually watch our video podcast and YouTube exclusive content. But the real party is on our Patreon page, After Hours Uncensored and Talking Straight-ish. After Hours Uncensored is another show with my sister. And once again, the key word there is uncensored. Those are exclusively on our Patreon page. Jump onto our website at unsolicitedperspectives.com for all things us. That's where you can get all of our audio, video, our blogs, and even buy our merch. And if you really feel generous and want to help us out, you can donate on our donations page. Donations go strictly to improving our software and hardware so we can keep giving you guys good content that you can clearly listen to and that you can clearly see. So any donation would be appreciative. Most importantly, I want to say thank you for listening and watching and supporting us. And I'll catch you next time. Audi 5000. Peace.